Hey loves, today we're doing a full face of Dollar Tree makeup. I went to 2 different Dollar Trees and I found so many goodies. Of course TikTok influenced me and I didn't even find everything that I saw on TikTok, but I got a lot of stuff. So grab a snack, get cozy, and let's get into it. So we're gonna start with the eyes. I'm gonna use concealer as eyeshadow primer, and this is the Be Pure Blemish Concealer for acne prone skin in the shade Fair. So you twist the product and then it comes out with a little sponge. And then we blend. So for eyeshadows, I actually have 2 different palettes. This was the biggest palette, by the way, and my first time seeing this big of a palette at the Dollar Tree, but this is the Smoky Browns palette from Beauty Intuition. So I'm going to start with this. And then I also have a few things from this brand, Le Mercerie. I've definitely tried this brand before, but I believe they changed the packaging on some things. But this is the All Eyes Pressed eyeshadow. And I'm also going to use a few shades in this palette as well. Let's take a little bit of this color to set that concealer down. It does build up nicely. We're gonna go into the other eyeshadow palette now. I'm gonna take that really soft pink up top and I'm just gonna apply that in my crease a little bit. This would actually be a really pretty color all over the lid. It's a really light pink. It's very natural. We're gonna go into the bigger palette now. Let's take some of that brown with the same brush. But yeah, I don't really think I like that color. It's like very warm, so I'm gonna just try to blend that away. I'm gonna use the brown next to it, which doesn't really have that warm tone. That's the color I used originally. I'm gonna use this one instead. So that's what we got going on. I mixed the pink with the brown. It made it into like this very pretty mauve tone shade. I'm just adding more of this brown to the outer lid. I actually think these have a good amount of pigment. Being very light-handed, they're blending really nicely. I mean, yeah, this is building up really nicely. So I'm gonna do a little shadow wing with that black eyeshadow and an angled brush. This one is from e.l.f. It's the small angled. I'm gonna start on the outer portion. So I think what's really nice about these is that they actually build up really nicely. If you want to keep it really light, you can. If you want to build it up, you can, and you actually get a good amount of pigment. I think this little eyeshadow palette is not bad at all. If we're talking this kind of price point, I would say the closest you could probably find to this would be e.l.f. And they have, in my opinion, I think, better quality. So although I don't think these are bad eyeshadows, I mean, if you wanted to experiment with them, I do think you can create a really pretty makeup look, but I think you could maybe skip out, save your $1.25 and use that towards e.l.f. eyeshadows at the drugstore. However, I'm pretty impressed with this. I mean, the other shades are orange, but at least you get your basic neutrals, so it's not bad. I just applied this blue eyeshadow, which is very pretty, I might add. It's very sparkly on the lid, and I did not like it. It was just not the vibe. I was trying to make it work and I couldn't, so I wiped it off and we're here. I redid it. So I think what I'm actually gonna do is take this light gold. I put a little bit here on this side and I like it, so I'm gonna take that all over the lid instead. And I'm going to apply that light color all over my lid. I actually think I like the finger application sometimes a little bit better. I do think the eyeshadow palette is nice. It's doable. Both of them are nice. I think even if you mix and match. Then I have the Big Curl Lashes mascara from Beauty Intuition. I usually don't have a lot of luck with mascaras from the Dollar Tree, but I always give them a try, and I'll try a new one if I haven't tried it already. I'm gonna curl my lashes. And this is what it looks like. Let's see the wand. Oh, okay, it's curved. Well, it's doing a little something. It's giving some separation. Oh wow, yeah, this is actually one of the better mascaras. It does give some length and it is separating my lashes, which I have been loving mascaras like this these days. Because for me, that's what I want. I'd rather have length than volume, so I like it. I love a good mascara. So for once, we have a good mascara from the Dollar Tree. Like I said, I've tried so many and they're not good, but this one's actually doing something. The only thing is I am noticing it is drooping my lashes. Unfortunately, does not hold a curl. So that's the only thing. With things like this too, if you didn't want to necessarily use it as a mascara, you could use it to comb through your brows if you want to give them a light little tint, keep them in place. So that is an option as well. I do have some false lashes though. These are from Ioni. I've talked about this brand before. I love their lashes. They have so many different styles. These are in Rosario. So I applied the lashes. I do like them, but the inner and outer corner I had to trim because they were uncomfortable. They had like that little piece that was sticking out and it was jabbing me in the eyes. So now I feel like they look a little wonky. So I curled them to kind of make them blend in a little bit better. The inner corners are sort of lifting. They're not my favorite Ioni lashes, but again, they're not bad. For primer, I'm going to use this Be Pure face primer. This is actually from my last Dollar Tree video. This one is the Essentially Ageless Blur Face Primer. I'll just put some on the back of my hand. I remember it smelling like Pepto-Bismol and it's pink. And I do really like this brand at the Dollar Tree, Be Pure. Oh wow. It's a little bit kind of like, reminds me of a liquid putty kind of primer. I know e.l.f. had one similar to this. I think maybe the product, the consistency of it changed a little bit. It feels thicker than what I remember. Maybe I'm mistaken. I don't know. I'll have to rewatch my old video, even though once I post videos, I'm not rewatching them anymore. But this definitely absorbed the shine that I had on my face. And then the foundation is from the same brand that we used for the eyeshadow. And this is the liquid foundation. I got 2 shades. Oh wow, it looks like a little lip gloss. The packaging, I'm gonna just squeeze some of this out on this little spatula that I have here and we're gonna mix. When it comes to foundations, the best one that I tried at the Dollar Tree is the one from the brand Be Pure. The only thing is, again, the shades, you're always gonna be limited. I'm gonna mix these colors, by the way. I don't know if they're gonna match. Let's try it. Maybe a little tan, but I think it'll match my body. Feels sort of like a tinted moisturizer. e.l.f. used to have this tinted moisturizer and it was in this black packaging. I'm gonna see if I can find a picture of it. But the way that this is applying and blending reminds me of that so much. So it is a little too dark. You can see it's kind of pulling orange. I think if you are gonna try any foundation at the Dollar Tree, let it be the one from Be Pure. I would probably skip out on this, to be honest. Not really loving the way this looks. It's not really giving coverage, whereas the other one, it does. Save your $1.25. Use it either towards another drugstore foundation. Believe Beauty foundation at the Dollar General. It is so good. It's like $5.50. And then also the new e.l.f. Soft Glam Foundation. That one's $8. It's under 10, but I think it is just way better. You know what? Maybe I can use this Be Pure concealer that we used earlier to make this work somehow. So I'm going to put this on my under eyes because this is so light that I think maybe this could work. This I did like. I mean, I only used it as an eye primer. I don't know how the coverage is going to be, but it feels creamy. Maybe I can use this to lighten all of this up a little bit. So let's go to town a little bit with this and blend this in. Let's do a little heart. Heart for good luck, because I think this is gonna work. The only thing is right now that's driving me crazy are these inner corners for the lashes. Maybe actually I used a little bit too much concealer. Maybe I didn't even need that much. So I'm gonna use the foundation brush to blend in the cheek area. I don't think the concealer is bad at all. So the concealer saved the day. Shout out to Be Pure. The concealer definitely is better than the foundation. So now let's do cream bronzer and cream blush. Let's start off with a little bit of blush. I have these from Ioni. This is the liquid blush. This one is in soft pink. Look at how cute this is. I also got it in the shade Warm Rose, which is a peach. Of course, we're going to do both. Oh wow, it has a ginormo applicator. I'm going to put some on the back of my hand and then from here apply this to my cheeks. That is the color. It is so pretty. It's a nice pink. Ooh. That is gorgeous. That blended in really nicely. I like that color. The applicator can be a little bit messy, so just a little FYI. This is this color. It's like a toasted orangey shade. The blushes are a winner. These are really pretty. Definitely my favorite thing that I tried so far. And the concealer was honestly really good. It sucks that there's not more shades. And then I have this cream gel bronzer from LA Colors, and I'm going to use this to bronze the forehead. This is the color Sunflower, by the way. So it does give the forehead a little bit of color. It is pretty light. I would say it's a very natural bronze that you're gonna get. So if you're more fair skinned or lighter and you want a nice natural warm tone bronzer that's not too orangey, I do think this one's good. I feel like gel products in general tend to be a little bit more on the natural side. So when you blend them, you might have to use a little bit more product because with a little bit of product, you might not get a ton of pigment. But it's pretty. I mean, it did a little something, a little bronzed. Then we're gonna set everything with the Ioni Mattifying Translucent Powder. This is what it looks like. It's a little heart. It's so cute. I'm gonna just use a little mini puff for the powder for the under eyes. That looks really good. Better than I thought. See, you gotta just trust the process. Looks nice. This is a cute little powder. You know, you could just throw this in your purse with a little mini puff and just touch up throughout the day when necessary. I'm gonna use a bigger brush just to set everything down. This one is from e.l.f. actually. Sometimes you can find e.l.f. at the Dollar Tree. It's the most random thing, but they have sometimes even brands that you've seen before. Like I saw this liquid eyeshadow from Stila at the Dollar Tree and it was packaged in just like plain clear and white packaging, but it was a Stila eyeshadow and it was $1.25. It was so weird. But I've also seen Flower Beauty at the Dollar Tree before, like random shades of stuff, so it's really hit or miss. But this powder looks fantastic. For a pressed powder, I've tried way worse powders that make me look like complete ghost face, but this one, I don't think it looks bad. For eyeliner, I'm going to use this one from Ioni for the waterline, and then I'm just going to do a little lower lash mascara. I used this earlier to tightline my upper lash line, and there is some pigment. It's not a very dark pencil, so if you're looking for something super black, this is not it. I would say it's more of a soft black or like an off black, but you can see it does get the job done. And I think I actually want to do a little inner corner highlight. If you watch my videos, you know I love to do this. I'm going to use this matte shade with a smaller brush. And I'm going to tap that into the inner corner. I'm going to build it up quite a bit because I love a very bright inner corner. Now we're going to finish up the cheeks with some more powdered products. So I have the Be Pure Desert Bronzer and Blush. I'm going to use this just to touch up the forehead. Even though the LA Colors Gel Bronzer was a little bit on the light side, I do still think it gave a little touch of warmth to the skin. And this one also looks pretty light too, so I think it's going to be a very similar shade. This is what it looks like, and it's pretty light. That's why I said it's very similar to the gel bronzer. It's not bad. It really isn't. I mean, I would rather have a bronzer that's too light and gives a little bit of color than something that's too orange and looks muddy. So I'll take it. And then this blush from Ioni apparently complements all skin tones. It's in Glam Peach. And this is the color. It's like a watermelon pink. Very bright. I should have known because Ioni usually also has just a lot of pigmented products. I'm gonna dust some of this off right on the palm of my hand and then dust it in that way because it just gives it a more natural pink. You see the difference? This looks like a little bit too much. I'm gonna try to blend it in, but you see when you go very light with it, you get a very pretty wash of color. This one is a little bit too much, so I'm gonna just try to blend that in. Let me use some of that powder, also from Ioni, the translucent one, with the powder brush. And I'm just gonna go right over it to soften the color, just to tone it down a little bit. Now we're gonna give it a little glow with the Highlight Glow from Ioni. Let me just put some on my cheek first. I'm gonna use that same brush and just kind of dust it right over top as a highlighter, but then also as a blush topper. It makes the blush look like it's a baked blush. Gives it a little sparkle. That is really cute. I love the little heart products from Ioni. These are a winner. Super light, but it gives a little fairy dust moment. For lips, I'm actually going to use a brow pencil because originally I bought this for my brows, but it's too light. This is from Ioni in the shade medium brown, and unfortunately this is the only color they had. This is why I didn't like it for my brows though, because it is a little bit more on the warm side, and I feel like the undertone is just completely different than my hair, but it works as a lip liner. Now I'm going to top it off with this full coverage lip gloss. Again, the same brand that I cannot pronounce correctly. It sounds like it's something in French. Oh, it's pretty. I was hoping it was going to be just like this and not too pigmented. This isn't super glossy. It just gives a little light shine. I wasn't sure how pigmented this was going to be, but I did also want to shout out this other lipstick that I mentioned. I believe it was also in my last Dollar Tree video. It's from the same brand, Be Pure. It's the Clean Beauty lipstick in the shade Nude. And this is a really nice, just regular lipstick formula. It's very natural. It almost goes on like a tinted lip balm, but it is nice and moisturizing. And then now we can add that other milky gloss. Love it. And then we're gonna seal everything in with this La Mercerie matte setting spray, which honestly I don't really remember this being matte. It feels more so just like a refreshing water kind of spray. Lots of good products in today's video. Honestly, the only thing that I really did not like is the foundation, because it was just completely off. The shade, the coverage, it just didn't feel good on the skin too. I think, like I mentioned a bunch of times, but the brand Be Pure is one of the best at the Dollar Tree, so I would stick to that when it comes to foundation. This concealer saved the day. I'm pretty pleased with this. I love how creamy it was. It had pretty decent coverage too, so this was not bad. I really enjoyed the products that I used. I think everything was doable. There's a lot of really good products. As far as the blush, love the liquid blushes from Ioni. These are so blendable and pigmented. This is probably my favorite thing that I tried out of the entire video. These little compacts from Ioni, very cute, but the product itself is really good too. The highlighter, gorgeous. I ended up adding more. And then a little translucent powder. I'm gonna put this in my purse. I love it. This watermelon color blush. The color is actually Glam Peach, but it's gorgeous, very pigmented. As far as the eyeshadows, you can definitely get better quality for a few more dollars with e.l.f. or Profusion, but if you did purchase these, I do believe you can create a beautiful makeup look with it because these shadows are doable. I like the eyeshadow look for today, so not bad. So I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you guys have tried any of these products, and stay tuned for part 2 because I'm gonna do another full face because I have a bunch of other new products also from the Dollar Tree. They were loaded up, and I love seeing what different Dollar Trees have, so that's what I recommend. Go to a different location to find different products. So thank you guys for being here. Make sure to subscribe for new videos every week, and I'll see you very soon in my next one. Bye.